Okay, so I've I've simplified our fretboard that we're using today, and so you're not going to see C cross E cross G, or you're not going to see A cross D cross E, because uh, all of them, all of the modal qualities are there. Okay, so in any one of these lists of alphabet soup here, right? These modal, rolled out modal circles. Any one of them, you're going to see 1, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, 7 half diminished, and 1 again. Over here, it'll be the same thing. Bop, 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 bop. It's just we use different familiar guitar chord shapes. So what are the guitar chord shapes involved here? We got C major, but then we have a difficult to play chord, which is like C minor. Okay, and then we have A major, and we have an easy to play chord, A minor. Then we have G major, and for me it's a difficult chord to play, G minor. I mean, I can arpeggiate it easy, but I can't. I'm not used to playing it. I don't think most people do. This is why I teach this method. So then we have E major, and then an easy to play E minor. Okay, then we have E major. Then we go to the D major, and then the kind of fun to play, difficult to play, but it's a really good chord. I love it, the D minor. You just drop the third. Since it's second inversion, 5, 3, 1. Then it's 5, 3, 1 flat. You know, and in the key of C, or actually in the key of D here, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 1, 3. Sorry, not 5, 3, 1. It's 5, 1, 3. That third is the F sharp. You take it down. So that's the key of D. Sorry that I tripped up Andy Blooper. I just woke up and I didn't have much coffee, and I want to get the lesson going because I want to make my meeting. So this time we'll just enjoy kind of the ease of the pace today. So I have everything right here. The different cages are kind of squared up like that, right? And so we have the modal, and so you can see how these cages are arranged. And actually, if we don't go up to the A, we just go to the G. We're going to the fifth. C is the fifth of G, and then D is the fifth of G. So G is the fifth of C, D is the fifth of G. And up here we got the same relationship. E is the fifth of A, but watch out, because of this, what we call the missing fret zone, which right now is just holding the labels for the string shapes that are used in the D box. But without those labels there, this would be just darkness here. It's the missing fret, which creates a difference in a circle of fourths or fifths. So in the circle of fifths, let's say on the guitar in the cage system, the circle of string shaped fifths, E goes to C instead of B, and going in fourths, which are going to the left, C goes to E instead of F, diminished fourth, because of this missing fret thing. But it probably mostly has to do with the tuning of the guitar itself, where the top two strings are down tuned by one half step. So the whole thing moves up, and all of the patterns have to move up. That gets us to our next task here. But before we do that, I want to explain with this keyboard I've simplified here for you. I want to explain that we have what's called string shapes here. And the string shapes are fairly easy to recognize. In the C cage, the string shapes are yellow. In the A cage, the string shape labels, at least, and the string shape labels are blue. And with the G cage, I've made them pink. The reason I use pink instead of red is because red, when I saturate the image, it just becomes one big glare, like looking at the sun at sunset. It's too red. So I use this pink. And don't do that, by the way. You can do it, but don't hurt your eyes. Don't ever look at an eclipse or anything without proper filtering. So we got you can look at the shadows on the ground, and that's one. You can see the whole eclipse just by looking at the shadows on the ground. Every one of those little beams of light becomes like a crescent-shaped shadow. It's wonderful. I have pictures of that. So, moving right along here, we have the green here for the E shape, and then we have the yellow once again. Okay? So what are we going to do with all this? These are the string shapes. Let's look at what those string shapes are. Once again, I have to explain briefly what the string shapes are. When you play a C scale in the C box, you know what that C box is that we were looking at. You go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. Okay, 2, 3, 4. All right, now it's a C scale, but we're just starting it from an E. Instead of starting it from the C, we could start it from the C, which would be root like that. It would be root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. But we can start that from this E down here and go way up like that. We can go from this E, we can go 1, we can go 2, we can go 3, almost 4 octaves. There's that high 2 right there. So anyway, so the string shapes are these little 1, 2, 3 notes right here. That would be on the bottom of the C box that I just played from. So up here on the bottom of the C box is 3, 4, 5. So that is the C string shape, 3, 4, 5. We can do it on this diagram now. On the bottom and the top of the A box is 5, 6. So the A is the 5, 6 string shape. On the bottom of the G box, right here, is a 6, 7 root. So G gets assigned the 6, 7 root string shape. For the E, we have 7 root 2 on the bottom string. So E gets 7 root 2 as a string shape. So those are the string shapes. There's only 5 of them. You can learn them. The C, the G, the D, the A, and the E. And guess what? When you go from C to G, you're going in fifths. So you got the 5th of C is G, 5th of G is D, the 5th of D is A, the 5th of A is E, and the 5th of E goes to C. Very close for shape fitting. Curve fitting, whatever, because the 5th of E is B, but we're going to augment it to C. And then going the other direction, you would diminish it, the 4th of